right. All of the people that are from Indiana State, I'd like you to sound off applaud for me, would you please? Okay, I believe there was a bit of confusion. I wanted you to sound off! Yeah! Not bad, not bad, not bad. Was that pretty good? Okay, there we go. Next up we have, you thought I was going to say Tim Wells, didn't you? Tim Wells!
I'm actually going to rap for you guys. I'm actually a really good white rapper, so. Okay, I lied. Thanks so much for coming out. This really means a lot. Seeing so much support from me. Honestly, all you guys came to see me, even the ones I don't know. Thank you. You came to see me. Thank you, man. I appreciate that so much. Like they said, my name is Tim Wells. 20 years old. I was born in Indianapolis. Can I get a amen for that? There we go. Naptown, there we go. Sophomore, Indiana State. Do kind of both right now. I'm very excited to be here. Like I said before, I'm from Indy. I lived in Brownsburg since '97. Love Brownsburg. Some Bulldogs in the house. I like that. But I am from Indy. I call it my home, and I love it. And there's so many great things about Indy. So many great things about Indy. We have a great downtown area. It was shit 10 years ago. I don't know what happened there, so it's kind of cool. But if you think about downtown, we got a lot of great things. We got great bars, which I'm not old enough to get into yet. We have great restaurants, venues, stuff like that. But the greatest part about really not just downtown or even the city, but the state in general is our professional sports teams. Love our sports teams. Who's a Colts fan? We got Colts fans in the house? Pacers? Indiana Fever? No, I didn't think so. Okay. Fever! Woo! Go Fever. But anyway, we talk about the Colts, and I love the Colts so much with all my heart. I've been a fan since I was born, basically. And the great thing about the Colts, we got my boy Andrew Luck. Got my boy T.Y. Hilton, Robert Mathis, Lauren Landry. Got so many great players. But the greatest part about the Colts, we have the #1 quarterback, Andrew Luck. #1 quarterback. #1 wide receiver, Reggie Wayne. #1 outside linebacker, Robert Mathis. And the #1 pill-addicted owner, Jimmy Irsay. So that's the Colts. We got the Colts. Now, the Indiana Pacers. Represent. Come on, make some noise for the Pacers. Beat the Heat. Playing so well. I'm sure you guys saw the game Wednesday when they beat the Heat by 1. I love when LeBron, he's a pussy, let's be honest. And the best part about the Pacers to me, I love our starting 5. Our starting 5 is amazing. We look at George Hill, Broad Ripple native. Let's make some noise for George Hill. George Hill went to IUPUI too, and now he's back home playing for the Pacers. Now, George Hill, he's a great basketball player. But if you look at him, he is the worst actor I have ever seen, ever. And some of you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever seen the Indiana State credit union commercial on during the Pacer games, I'm George Hill, and then trying to union. And he's like Ricky Bobby. He doesn't know what to do with his hands. You can get your tax report done at Indiana Credit. I feel so awkward. I felt like he molested me. That's how awkward. That's how awkward. And there's a part in the commercial when he's like, "I'm George Hill," and he shakes the hand with his lady, and he's like, that's almost anti-Semitic. Moving on. That's George Hill. Lance Stevenson. Love Lance Stevenson. One of my favorite players. He's your boy. And what I like so much about Lance Stevenson is that he's the worst basketball player to be really good at basketball. And if that doesn't make sense, it shouldn't, because Lance doesn't make sense either. That's just who he is. He's like 1 minute you're like, "Lance, what are you doing?" "No, Lance." "There, Lance, how the hell did you do that?" That's Lance Stevenson. Up next, our boy, Mr. PG-24 himself, Paul George, superstar in the league. We love Paul George. Gosh. Paul George, he's so good. And I love it when he plays in Miami, at Miami. Because he's so good at penetrating the D on the court. And then he's so good at penetrating the D on the court. And he's really good at using his D to penetrate Miami strippers off the court. I know, we don't want to make fun of him. That's sacrilegious. Then we got Mr. Roy Hibbert. Big Roy. Old Roy Hibbert. He's the most goofiest, uncoordinated, unathletic all-star I've ever seen. 7'2" of 270 pounds is a pure goofiness. And he's a really good player, don't get me wrong, but when he plays defense, he'll go straight up, land on his feet, and just falls down. He just falls down randomly, and he gets back, and he's always the last person back on offense. You'll see the four guys. You know, they're setting up the play. There's 9 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes Roy. He runs like a one-legged dog with Down syndrome. Too far?
Oh yeah.
My bad. Are there any one-legged Down syndrome dogs in here? I'm so sorry. I sincerely didn't mean that. And then, last but not least, we have David West. And one. Dude, I was going to talk about that. But David West, he's my favorite player for the wrong reasons. He's a great player, don't get me wrong. But I love his antics and his personality. So, it's so funny. After every play, after every shot, he's at the elbow, that's his only shot he takes the fadeaway jumper, and he'll airball it, but he still yells, and one! And one! Woo! And then Paul George is over here. Actually, David, this is Caucasian Paul George, by the way. Actually, David, there wasn't an and one. You actually weren't even in the vicinity of the basket, so I don't know how you're thinking you made the basket. And you didn't even get fouled, so and one. We should probably get back on defense, because John Wall just put his nuts on Lance Stevenson's chin. So we really need to move on. And David West, he just yells and one so much, and he has this face. He does that face a lot. And it's this get off my court face. It's like, get off my court! And one! Woo! And I can picture him doing this in everyday life. Like he's at McDonald's, the drive-thru. Yeah, I'll have a double quarter pounder with cheese. And one! Dr. Pepper. And one. He's probably at his grandma's funeral. You know, grandma, she I guess. Well, she ever come down my court, I'll stuff her. And one, get off my court, Grandma. And that's David West for you. And then last but not least, we have to talk about the Colts, the Pacers, and technically we have the Indiana Fever, I guess. And they won a WNBA championship in 2012. Because I watch real sports, I didn't know that till January 2014. So, this is an absolutely true story. 3 days ago, I got an email, and from the Indiana Fever, don't know why they emailed me, I thought I blocked them years ago. Emailed me, it said subject Indiana Fever, and then it said, tickets are going fast. I'm like, really? Really, Fever? Tickets are going fast for you? You're going to sell out? And were they playing at a Starbucks? I can picture like 4 guys at a table just on their laptops watching a game. And let's not get into geometrics. I know the basketball court wouldn't work inside a Starbucks. But that's the Indiana Fever for you. And gosh, and when you think about it, women's basketball, is it a sport? That's for debate. And then, actually, guys, I actually got offered to buy season tickets for the Fever, but I didn't have $10 on me at the time, so I couldn't do that. But don't worry, I'm going to save up $30 and purchase the Fever myself. So, but yeah, good old women's basketball. Speaking of women, any sluts in the audience? Sluts? Yeah, right there. All right, got some sluts. All right, I'm only 20 years old. Dean. I'm only 20 years old, so I don't have a lot of experience with older sluts. I just know about sluts my age and younger. And the sluts in high school, they're just called sluts. But the sluts in college, they're called sororities. Oh, I'm sorry, sorority girls. I apologize. You came to a comedy show expecting sarcasm, and that's what you got. I'm sorry. But yeah, and the sluts in college, it's just funny to see. And the sluts in college, they know they're sluts, and they compliment each other by calling people sluts. Like, no, you're a slut. No, you are. No, you're a slut. And what? Get off. Speaking of women get away with everything. Let's be honest. Hush, woman. I know where you live. They get away with everything. How come when a woman says, sorry, I can't hang tonight, I'm going to the club with my girlfriends, and nobody questions that? But how come when I say, I can't hang out, I'm going to the mall with my boyfriend, and we're getting Crocs and anal beads, everyone just assumes that's gay? There's nothing wrong with being gay. I thought I was gay for a second, but then I realized I wanted to go to heaven, so I decided... Was that too much? Hey, people who don't know me, they're probably thinking, he's a dick. Ew, he's such a dick. And the people who do know me, wow, what a dick.
Amen.
What a dick. I'm not a dick, guys. I'm just a sarcastic asshole. There's a huge difference. Okay? And women. I love women. I love women. I respect them so much. Not for the reasons you think. Not like that. It's because they simply enjoy penis. I respect women and homosexuals so much. What? I can't fathom the fact that they enjoy penis inside of them. That's just a concept I can't understand. I would make an awful homosexual. I would be the worst. I don't dress nice. I don't watch Project Runway. I'd be really bad. Sir, can I get a sip of that drink for a second? You care? Gosh, I'm thirsty. Oh, thank you so much. Dry mouth over here. Thank you. We're best friends now. We're best friends. But I'd make an awful homosexual, but when I think about it, I just simply hate penis. I hate everything about them, the way they just move around weird. I don't even like my own. And there's nothing wrong with my penis. It's just annoyingly average. Ask my dad. It's just how it is. You know, we weren't blessed. We're just 6 inches of too much detail.
You better speak for yourself, brother.
I got a cute freckle, in case you were wondering. TMI? Okay, I apologize.
Oh my God!
But the reason I hate, penises so much is because, they flop around random places. It's to the left one day, to the right the next. Like, make up your mind, Tim Jr. I don't understand.
Give it up for Tim Wells and his father. I want to hear it again. Give it up for Tim Wells and his father.